Honamani always does that on his broadcast. How is everybody? I missed out this morning. I didn't have internet access where I was. So anyways, shoot, I'm trying to. And I have to mute that because I forget to do that every darn time. Scotty Baylo, good to see you. Happy Saturday to ya. What in the world's going on? I saw Scott Baylo's on there, and then all of a sudden it went out. Hopefully I'm still broadcasting. Now, wait a second. What the heck? That's weird. I went to like a different, for some reason it went to like a different live broadcast of mine. And then I realized it was 44 minutes and 44 seconds long. What the heck? How did that happen? Hi, Brandon. Hi, Preliminal. Chris Fitzpatrick. Good to see you guys. Sorry I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. Yeah, but tomorrow I'm probably gonna. I'll set a time thing, but I'm actually gonna try to maybe come on a little bit later than normal, just because there's nobody in the house at that time. So that would be like about noon Eastern, unless somebody else is coming on at that time. So but I'll put it on my site so that way people will know what time I'm coming on. Hi, Lynn. Man, it is a gorgeous Saturday day, if you can call it that. I mean, there's a bunch of chemtrails in the sky, but I'm thinking about maybe just taking off the... In fact, maybe I will. Maybe I'll let you guys see what I'm looking at here. I don't want you to look at me, but I'll show you how it looks here, because it's nice. All right. If I can do this. I'm trying to do it without getting me in the picture. Dang. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Nice blue sky. Oh, there's I don't know. I'm going to try to show you guys that chemtrail right there. But, I mean, it's pretty blue skies. There's a ton of people around here where I am right now because there's a track meet in town. But it's, pretty blue skies. Oh, shoot. Never mind. I just took off I have a little sticky on there. So I'll have to put that back on when I turn it around, but maybe you can see it now. I didn't realize I still had the sticky on there. But you see that chemtrail right there? But look at the blue sky. But it still looks holographic to me, It still doesn't look right. I don't know. There's something about it that just doesn't look right. But yeah, I'm just kind of sitting in like a park area where I knew there was free internet here because like I was at my grandma's last night. I spent the night there and she doesn't have internet. And, she's passed, but I mean, I have my aunts and other people that are, we're still going, Anyway. But I just wanted to let you guys see what a beautiful blue sky but nice chemtrail right up there. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to have to go back to the chat. So I'm going to put the the thing back over and go back to the icon. All right, so that way I can look at the chat too. Claire, good to see you. Hi, Landon. But yeah, I'm outside, and it's kind of a really neat day, honestly. I'm thinking it's maybe about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Perfect weather. Yeah, I was gonna get up and come over here like early this morning because I knew I could have internet, and then I was zonked out cold. So what's going on in the? I haven't been able to be keeping up or anything. I don't even know what's going on in the community. Waskally Wabbit. Oh, I didn't know you were from Texas. Now, what did you think of my Texas video where Dallas is like totally out of wonk for me? I mean, that is just not where Dallas was at all. I mean, it's almost up in Oklahoma now. I'm curious. I want to hear what you say about Texas because, I mean, I went to kindergarten in Texas, and that is not where Dallas was at all. Let's see. What date is your birthday? I was born, I'm 50, and I was born in December. And now, apparently, instead of Sagittarius, I'm Ophiuchus. December 17th. Updating your life experience for sanity's sake. Yeah. Hi, Monica. Good to see you. Oh, I'm not mad, Wesley Rabbit. I was wondering though if you had realized any, or if you've seen any changes in your cities, because I go through like where I think the cities should be in that video, and they're, they're just totally wonkers. Yours is the 10th. Yep. Because did yours change to Ophiuchus too, Landon? Yeah. I mean, not that I really keep up on, I'm not really into the zodiac or anything like that, but I thought it was interesting that all of a sudden out of the blue it changed, to this 13th sign that nobody knew about before. But yeah, I think there's only a 2-week period that, and I think the 17th is the end part of it. But yeah, I mean, it's just like only 2 weeks of the year, but apparently we have a new sign now. Yeah, Ophiuchus. You're now a snake wrestler. Yeah. Rather than the archer. Yeah. I know, and it's weird because there's these signs in the sky. Like if you guys have to look at Naughty Beaver. I mean, it's a I know that's a weird sounding channel name, but it's a prophecy site, and he goes into Nostradamus, and it's pretty. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. Now you're the new sign too, Brandon? That's funny. So Brandon, Landon, and me are all Ophiuchuses. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's not for like predictions of like what your daily life is going to be or anything like that, but I do think there's, some truth in like the constellations, I mean, and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, Corpus Christi was a lot further south for me, and so was San Antonio. I mean, I haven't been to Corpus Christi, but I've been to San Antonio, and I've been to Dallas several times, and Dallas was never there. It was not where it is now. I mean, it just wasn't. I mean, and that's why I'm wondering, like, if the people from Texas, see it too or not. I mean, a lot of them. I mean, even on my video, they're like, "Oh my gosh," they just hadn't looked in a map in a while or whatever. Well, Scotty Baylo. I mean, where do you remember Dallas? I remember it being in near, not in the exact middle, but near the middle of the state, just like northeast of it, northeast of middle. So you're still a lion at heart. Yeah, I know. Apparently all the signs have changed, even the people that don't have a fucus. But yeah, man, it is just a beautiful day out. I don't know if you can hear the wind. I mean, the wind's picking up a little bit, but I should go ahead and just show the sky. But I can't see the chat if I do that. Well, I guess I could do it maybe on my phone. Let me try to get to it on my phone first. Oh, no, my phone's dead. Dang. So I can't do that. Oh, I might show it to you before I leave again because it is a really pretty day. I just can't see the chat then if I show you the outside of here. Let's see, Corpus Christi was 1 hour from the border when I went there in 15. Yes, probably minimal. I agree. I mean, that's the only peace I ever find is when I think about Jesus and he says prayer, meditation, going for walks, attending a church, drawing, painting, reading, talking with all of you. Yep, exactly. Now, I don't go to church anymore. Not because I don't believe in church. There's very few that I do like, but there are some. There's one that I went to in Indiana. It was in the Crawfordsville area. That I loved that church so much. I mean, it was just, well, I love the pastor there. I still listen to him to this day. And, but there's not that many churches that I have that affinity with, that. Hi, Pylon. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. The world has changed. But it stays like this, the way things used to be, because it is really pretty. There's blue skies, even though there's chemtrails all over the place. And it still looks holographic, but it's a beautiful day. And like I remember a couple months ago, it would be a beautiful day like this, but it would be so, even though there would be blue skies, it would be so dark looking. It just didn't look right, you know. Now today looks right. It looks, like how things used to look. except for the chemtrails in the sky. But I mean, it looks, and I love days like this where you can, it's just it is a nice day for sure. All right, let me look at the chat. Time zone in Pensacola changed. Panama City moved. Am I in a wind tunnel? No. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. But Pensacola was always the reason I remember it being Central Time Zone is because it was different during the election. You remember when they had that whole fiasco with Florida, with George Bush and Al Gore and crap like that. So it was Central Time Zone because it was after the rest of the state, And I've been to Pensacola several times because I used to live in Mobile or close to Mobile, and so I mean Pensacola is a really nice town. I mean, I honestly hate humidity so bad. And I didn't like living in Alabama, but if I had to live somewhere, I would live in Pensacola for sure. It was great. Probably minimal. Did we move here? I can't believe we're on the same planet. Oh, I go back and forth on that. Sometimes I think we're on the same planet, and it's we either went through a wormhole somehow, to get to the Orion arm or whatever. And other times I think that it's a parallel. I mean, I can't really wrap my brain around it. I'm starting to form ideas. I actually have a lot of ideas that I need to put out in just a separate video. I think, but you lived in Pensacola when you were 13. So was it Eastern then at that time, Landon? Yeah, I always remember it as Central because of the whole 2000 election, and how they were on a different, and they were waiting for the results and stuff like that. I don't have my normal headphones on, so like if I don't sound as, oh damn. Okay, Scotty says I don't think we really move like we pictured. It's like Martha says, a bunch of layers. Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm wondering as well. I mean, it's either layered or it's like a pages of a book where you're going, forward or backwards or whatever. I'm kind of thinking that as well. Because the reason I think that too is because I've seen evidences in my own life of just like shifting minute by minute and second by second, and you can't really have that unless it's like that, I don't know. So let's see. I'm trying to look at read the chat here. But I mean, I see evidence of myself, there's something going on like minute by minute, second by second at times. I mean, not all the time, but at times that's what it is. And it's just like, it's bizarre, and for that to happen, then it means like it is like a layered reality, where like you're stacked on top of each other. I would love to mow 5 acres. Well, I don't know about with a push more. Yeah, Brandon, I'm sorry I missed a couple stuff. It's just that I'm like, you guys don't have any clue what I never know where I'm gonna be. And like for instance, I stayed last night at my grandma's and she doesn't have internet. I mean, she passed away, but I mean, we still have her house. But anyway, I never know. I don't know. My life is kind of fluid right now. We'll just put it that way. And so I just don't know where I'm going to be, or and that's why I kind of felt bad. I should have walked over here to do my morning broadcast when I normally do, but I couldn't wake up. I mean, there's these days sometimes where I just it's like I've talked to Patrick about it, Patrick Roberts, because he was doing the same thing, where it's almost like you're drugged. You cannot wake up, and I mean, it's not like I'm doing any drugs or anything like that. It's just that it's just this feeling where my mind is so foggy and I just cannot wake up. But I either have periods of where I'm like that, or periods where I don't sleep at all. And then I do the same thing with eating as well. Like I'll eat, and then I'll go for like 4 or 5 days without eating anything, nothing, you know. So I mean, it's strange. You're applying for a new long-term job. I need to find a job. And if anybody wants to give me a job, I'll work for minimum wage. Well, it depends on the state. Some states are pretty pathetic for minimum wage. Colorado's not too bad. Even Nebraska's not too bad either. I don't know. Wyoming's horrible. And I would love to live in Cheyenne. But there's a lot of reasons why I can't live in Cheyenne, but I would love to live there. It's beautiful, and there's just a lot of cool things about that town. But minimum wage sucks, and really I shouldn't have to work for a minimum wage. I have an engineering degree, for God's sake, but I have a lot of bad things in my background that I haven't necessarily talked about on my channel. But that's why I can't necessarily get like an awesome job or anything. I mean, it's not like I stole anything or anything like that. But I'll talk about it at some point, but I just don't really want to right now, if that's okay with you guys. Sure, okay. But, but that's what's weird about, like, a lot of us seem like we have just different stuff that we're dealing with, just kind of like that. What I just mentioned is just, something in our background or something that's, kind of sucky, but, I mean, but we're still all, I don't know, part of the family. Let's see. Dang it, I can't see this. Okay, now I can see better. Really messed up sleep patterns and been having the fogginess with my thinking. Trying to push, yeah, they're trying to push the download on us. Yes, exactly, Brennan. That's what I'm saying. Is that I think and we're trying to resist it as best we can. But yes. New Jersey is $8.60. Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, some places are like $3 and something. That's what I was talking about with Wyoming. I should look it up right now. But yeah, I mean, because I would love to live in Cheyenne. I mean, there's several reasons why I would want to live in Cheyenne, but I can't because of a couple of different reasons. Hi, Wake Up News. Good to see you. Well, I'm thinking of trying to go on disability, and I hate to do that, but I mean, I have stuff to where I probably could go on disability. And so You know, I'm thinking of doing that because honestly, I mean, even just like, Scott Harrison talks about this. I can't go to a job. I mean, when I sleep, you know, and I cannot wake up. When I cannot wake up, you know, and I sleep like that, and it's just there's just various reasons why I just can't function anymore. I mean, other than to, I don't know. I have headaches like in the middle of my head, the and then the forehead. That's where I get my headaches, is right there. But yeah, the ringing in the ears. Yeah. I don't think I have it as much as some, but man, when I get it, it's like you know something's going on, you know. You know something's going on when you get that ringing in your ears. And then you guys, I had the weirdest I need to do a separate video on this. I had the weirdest thing happen the other day. This town is very, very small. There's only 2,000 people in it or so. And like a gas station moved, but then when I go back to it now, it's like where it always was. But so I don't know if it was a dream or if it really happened or what, but it it freaked me out. I mean, I was doing some weird stuff at that point for some reason. I don't know. I mean, it was pretty shifty, is what I'm saying, and it freaked me out because there's no way that that could have happened. So I don't know if I was dreaming or I don't know. It was really bizarre. Is all I gotta say. That's weird. Problem minimal. I jumped just a few hours ago that I was driving with my dad and we saw a hitchhiker girl all dressed in white and our car turned into a bus and she came on the bus. But your dad was bleeding. That is really, ugh. Well, I know. I mean, yeah, Scotty B. I mean, yeah, I don't know how I can even have a job because it's like when I can't wake up, I can't wake up. I mean, there's nothing doing. I mean, there's nothing that's going to wake me up, you know? And so that's why I just don't know if I can either. So I'm thinking I probably do have to get on disability. I don't know. Oh, Wascally Rabbit. Yeah. I was thinking about doing the same thing, but I was afraid my wife and kids would freak out and put me in a, well, I live in fear of that every day, of my family doing that to me. And especially since I let them know about my channel and stuff, I shouldn't have ever done that. Now my kids, that's fine, because they're not gonna because they see the changes even though they don't care. They see the changes and they know I'm not crazy. But the rest of my family, they think I am crazy, and I should never have let them know about my channel. I mean, I shouldn't have, because I'm afraid it's going to be used against me at some point. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing is that we have each other, thank God. I mean, what would we do? And what did, well, that's like one of my early videos that I put out about the psychological conditions. I mean, you have to know that people were experiencing this stuff a long time ago and they were put away for it. You know, you have to, I mean, to me, it's pretty obvious, that people were put away for what we're going through right now. I like you, but you're crazy. We're all mad here, right? Hi, Jason. I didn't see you until just now. I don't know if you were in before. Jason and I are like the fellow weather. Oh, and I haven't been keeping track. I need to do that. I need to look at my weather stuff because that works, you guys. Those temperature indicators work. And especially, I mean, you know, Scott Harrison is an advocate of like the there's something going on every Sunday. Oh, I totally agree with that because like a lot of my temperature indicators have changed on a Sunday. Oh, yeah, Wesley Rabbit. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're the only one who believes and accepts Jesus. Preliminal. It's not a contradiction. I don't see it as a contradiction at all. I think you're an awesome person and an awesome artist. And I'm going to put up your stuff too. Like one of the, because I showcased Dominic and I want to do QP and you as well sometime, but I just haven't been able to do it. And when you gave me your stuff, it was like I was only going to be on for like 10 or 15 more minutes and I didn't want to shortchange you. I mean, I want to, you know, put your art up like the whole time. You know what I mean? Like the whole hour. So, I mean, I'm definitely planning on doing that, Patrick. So, yeah. Well, and you are a great artist, Patrick. I mean, I love your stuff. I mean, I need to try to get into, I mean, I want to start like exploring because I won an art contest one time. My art teacher hated me. She gave me like a C on this tree or whatever, and that I drew, or it was a painting, and for some reason she hated me. And anyways, I won the art contest, and then she ended up changing it to an A minus. That was when I was 13 or 14. But I just thought it was funny. Oh, I love your art, Patrick. Yeah. Okay, so Scott, you're saying that she had to shake you to get you up. I see. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. When I get into the sleep mode, it's like I cannot wake up. It's like I'm drugged or something. You know, that's the feeling. And so I just don't know. But I mean, I love every one of you that are listening right now. I mean, you're like my brothers and my sisters, and um you know what would we do if we didn't have each other, you know? And it's just, hi, Andella. But you know, it's just, you know, we there's some kind of connection that we all have that is so awesome, you know. See, Pylon says some nights I feel drugged when I try to wake up from a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, there's weird stuff going on with it. I don't know. I don't know what we would do either, because if I didn't have you guys, if I didn't have people who are experiencing all these weird sameness as me, I mean, honestly, I would be in a loony bin. I mean, I know I would be. I know I would be. Um, oh, Jason. Well, I have my problems with that as well. Don't want to go into it. I actually, I don't know. I can have my problems with it. I don't necessarily. I don't know. But that's what I wanted to. You know, at some point I'm going to get into like my entire history, um, and I'll be open and honest about everything. But uh, I don't necessarily want to right now. Hi, Therian. But I think that like a lot of times when people have addictions to whatever, you know, it's because we're like, what the heck's going on? We didn't, like for me, like I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand what I was seeing. I mean, I had, pretty much a photographic memory from childhood, and I couldn't understand why I was seeing all these changes, and I'm sorry, Jason. Do I film the sky at all? Um, I don't have very good cameras, but yes, I have, and I haven't really I've put a few up, but I haven't put up a lot of stuff that I've recorded. And then for some reason I was dumb and didn't understand how like Google Photos worked, and I deleted a bunch of my crap without realizing that I was deleting it. And so, but I do have actually quite a bit of really kind of cool sunsets and some sunrises, and even I have like me talking on it and stuff, but I just haven't put a lot of those up now. I've put up a few, but yeah, I want to see your drawing that QP's gonna do of you, Scotty Baylo. Yes. Let's see some other stuff going into here as well. Yeah. Yes, I definitely was. You think you were drugged? No, no, I'm serious. You were physically drugged, you think? Because see, I feel drugged, but I don't know how they would ever do that. I don't know. Oh, well, cool. Mandela, if you want to send me some of your art. I mean, I'm gonna showcase Patrick first because I haven't done him yet, and then also QP. But I mean, if you want to send me some, what I like to do is I'll put up, if they want to send it to me, like during my streams. Usually I stream at 7 a.m. Eastern, and I like to put up people's artworks or other stuff while I'm talking, because I don't usually, well, I've never had myself on there. So I like to put up stuff rather than just having to see that dumb icon all the time. Yeah, see, some people have noticed changes in their artwork. And then some people, like Dominic, for instance, he says that his art has totally changed since he's been ME affected. So I don't know if Patrick can address that as well. Patrick, have you seen anything in your artwork that's changed, or do you feel like your artwork has changed since you were ME affected? Oh, Landon, that was horrible. You were drugged by someone that dropped it in your water? Oh my gosh. Man. Oh, yeah. I have a cousin that lives in Seattle, Jason, but don't think I'm going to go there anytime soon. Unfortunately, I can't afford it for some reason, but I don't know. I don't know. I have a lot of different ideas, but I just don't want to scare people with my ideas, because I follow these channels and stuff, and they're talking about all this stuff, and I can't disagree with them. And just like the whole thing with the whole simulation thing, I think it's just, I think we are in a simulation. I think perhaps I've died like once or maybe even several times, and when I'm sitting here on a beautiful day like that, it just sounds so crazy and nuts to say something like that. It's just craziness. But I don't know. I can't. think of other reasons or other. I just see the evidence. I mean, all the evidence points to it, is what I'm saying. You can see over San Francisco? That's interesting, Lyndon. I'm sorry that happened, though. I'm so glad that you came out of all that, though, and that you're not doing drugs anymore, because... Let's see. Seattle for me was on the trippy northwest coast of Washington. I know. Oh, hi, Iman. I didn't see you. Are you guys hearing the wind? I'm sorry. I have different headphones on than I normally have on. So but Dallas is the one that really freaks me out. That change. I mean, you know, it was never clear up in the northeastern part like that ever. Okay, and I've heard theories on us having died, and theories that a lot of ME affected people have had near-death experiences. But you feel, well, yeah. I mean, I feel alive right this minute. I mean, I'm sitting in a park, very green grass, blue skies. It's beautiful out. Birds are chirping. You know, I mean, I feel very, very, very much alive right now. But I don't know if maybe death is not what we thought it was, you know? I don't know. Hi, candied cupcakes. Right. Scotty Baylo, we all feel alive, but it's because death is not what we thought. That's what I think too. Hi, Aqsa. Love you. Hope you're doing okay. I worry about you all the time now. Now, Aqsa, are you going on in 15 minutes? Because I don't want to... I'm trying to remember what time you come on. Oh, wait, never mind. I remember now. You're 1 o'clock my time, so that's a couple hours. Okay. But I know. Do we really know what death feels like? I mean, that's the thing, you know? Yeah, I'm in a park right now. I'm just on my laptop. You know, made sure it's charged. Now I wanted to use my phone, but my phone's dead, because I wanted to use it for the chat so that I could show you guys what it looks like here, because I did show you earlier, or some people earlier. I mean, it's blue sky, it's beautiful out, and there's like a track meet right here, and so like if you hear something over the loudspeakers, that's what it is. It's a track meet. What is the video you made about Dallas titled? It's actually, if you go to my channel, and you see, just go to my channel, and then it'll have popular videos, and it's my most popular video. It'll have like a section, like if you go like, a little bit, if you scroll down a little bit, it'll say popular videos. And it is my most popular video. So you'll just see it there, but it's like Texas looks wrong to me, especially Dallas, or something like that as the title. I don't really know. Well, see, I'm by a school, and I think that they have to have like an open access here. So I'm by the high school, and so that's why. I mean, I knew that I could get on here because, my grandma doesn't have Wi-Fi or anything, but I knew that I've been able to get on to this site before by the high school, and her house is only like a block or so from there. Your daughter is affected, Jason. Watch Sixth Sense. Did you die? Oh, Jason. What did you tell her? Do you think she possibly could have? I don't know. I mean, how old is she? Yeah, I don't know. I just, oh, is photo in here? But there's so many evidences that point to it, you guys, that we've died. I mean, I can't discount that for sure. I mean, even though it might not be the reason that we see all this, I just know that when I was 13 or 14, I mean, I started seeing, and I went to findagrave.com the other day because I wanted to find out when my friend died, because that's when I tried to commit suicide, and it was 1982. And because I had been saying 1981 or even late 70s, but it was 1982 when he died. And so that's when, and I know that that's when I started seeing changes, so how can I, I mean, it has to be a consideration, it has to be. Hi, Dark Wolf. Yeah, Scotty, I have a whole video planned about Sheol and Hades and hell, because the word hell is really not in the Bible, or shouldn't be in the Bible, and people mistake that all the time. And so when you look at the Bible verses, I mean, when Joseph, was it Joseph? When Joseph died, or wait, not when he died, but when his brothers, sold him into slavery or whatever, the dad was like, I'll go down to Sheol to see him, and so there's a whole video that I need to do, and I have a really, really good software program too that has the the Hebrew in it, and where you can look at all the Hebrew meanings for it and all this. And so I'm planning on doing that, and I've been talking about that for like a couple months now, and I just haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. Let's see, Andela, if we did die, would imply we never die. Exactly. That there is no death. So it's disconcerting and also oddly comforting. Yes. Yeah. I mean, because I think I died. I mean, I've talked about in my streams before how I even woke up in this weird government complex one time. I was, all of a sudden, I just out of nowhere was driving, and all these, military vehicles were their lights were running, and they're like, "How did you get in here?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I mean, it was bizarre. It was a bizarro world, So I don't know. I mean, but I just know that for me, I'm pretty sure that I saw John Deere change. I saw Sally Field, Christopher Reeve, Rod Sterling, Charles Schultz. I saw all those name changes in the 80s, all of them. And it was after I tried to commit suicide. And so, I mean, I have to say that that's a possibility, that I died. Let's see. Patrick describes it as books that many who die don't realize it because they're transferred into a spirit realm that seems the same. Exactly. Well, I mean, and that's probably what's happened to us, I mean, it's odd, and it actually kind of scares me a little bit, because in some other realm, that means that other people are grieving over me, that I died. And so that bothers me a little bit, Why would things keep changing? Andela says, if we died. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. See, Patrick, I think you have that, weren't you in a coma or something too at one point, or you went into the hospital? I remember us talking about that, and you said you attempted suicide in 85. Yeah. See, mine was 82. because I looked up the other day. I wanted to know the exact date of when my friend died because I knew it was right after that I tried, and so I was in 8th grade, and I was 13. I think I turned 14 like later on that year. But let's see. Aqsa says things change because we're in a safety bubble. If we're dead and don't know it, we're in some kind of limbo. Who knows, but things aren't as physical as they seem. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe the changes are to make us realize that we've died, you know? I don't know. The thing is, if we did, there's obviously, God's giving us like a million chances, and I'm grateful for that. Because, a lot of us were taught that if you tried to commit suicide or whatever, you're going to go straight to hell. Well, obviously we didn't do that. So bye, Dark Wolf. 2D reality with 3D projection, possibly. Let's see. Here's what bothers me about that theory, though. I went to a funeral every other week for 6 months straight, and you lost a lot of good friends, and it's almost like it was... What else were you going to say, Linda? But yeah, it's just... I don't know. You like what MA said the other day? This world is so fake, all the fake tragedies. I know. Well, that's the whole thing. Is that we can see through everything now. Everything's fake. It's just total BS. Everything. All the animals, all the history and all the news, and you're just like, this is just a bunch of BS. It's just a bunch of BS. Let's see, like there was a war on the children of God, overdose, car accidents, alcohol, suicides. If I've died, why haven't I seen them? Yeah, well, I don't know. Pylon, heaven doesn't want you and hell's afraid you'll take over. I don't think that. But shifting realities to an earth, I don't understand how residue could exist. I don't know. I think it's all relative as far as the residue stuff. I think it's there to show us that our memories are legit. That's I honestly believe that. It's just like it's residue is there to show us that our memories are legit, Okay, Patrick says, I think Earth is a multi-level of hell. It always was. Just look at the chaos. Earth is not what God intended. Jesus came here to save us from it. We're already in it. Well, there's a lot of validity to that statement. I agree with you, Patrick, on that, honestly. I have a lot of different things that I want to talk about someday about a lot of different things. But it's just like it's like for people new to the Mandela effect, and you're scaring the crap out of them. I just don't want to. It's hard because you don't want to do that either. You don't want to scare people. But the thing is, this stuff has to be talked about. This stuff has to be talked about. I think God is revealing things really are to us. Yeah. Well, and obviously he's giving us multiple chances. If, especially for me, I think I've probably died 3 or 4 times. So it's like, that to me proves that he is a loving God because he's given me chance after chance after chance after chance. And I love him for it, and I love God, and actually all this stuff has made me closer to God, you know? Okay, Jason says it seems like we're on the inside. That's why we can see all that's going on in the matrix, whatever you want to call it. It's easy in the mess with them. Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm trying to determine. It's like, you know, for the people who can't see stuff, is it that they're just a holographic projection? Is it that they just see? Someone told me, or I was listening to a channel, and he was saying that, and he seems to know a lot about all this stuff for some reason. It's kind of freaky, really, but he's saying that they're so deep in their own minds, in their own worlds, kind of like an Inception type of thing, where they're so down so deep into the reality that they can't see it, you know. Let's see. Aqsa says, to a lot of us, this is hell. Here you lose of anything, can rely on nothing. Maybe hell isn't physical fire, but a fire in the soul, destroying all we care about. Well, yeah. I've wondered that too. Aqsa. Oh, are you live, Aqsa? Okay. I'll get off here, you guys. Oh, you're not? Okay. But yeah, I don't know. And then just like people who's, you know, like the other day I had a friend who he knew Norma Jean with an E wasn't right, but he just refuses to, you know. And it's like, I don't want you to talk about this with me anymore. And I'm like, okay, you know, but it's just, I don't know. Yes, Patrick, exactly. Thank you, dear God, for all your merciful love. Help all of us with your loving guidance and kindness, and understanding why we were wrong in any way and what we need to know. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, Patrick. I couldn't say it better myself. Oh, is Poppy live? Okay, I'll get off then. I don't want to. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening, and thanks for being here, everyone. Love you all. Hi, Patrick. Yeah, I'm going to get off here if Poppy's live. I don't want to. But anyway, love you guys, and everybody have a great day, and just I love everyone. Bye-bye.